Good morning, Sunday, March 17th. I'm still dealing with a little flooding problems here at the front side of the coop. It's a little drier back here, but uh, I've just been trying to remedy this whole. I'm going to get this thing out of here because they just keep getting up on it and perching it and getting on it and sleeping at night, just making a mess. Oh, Lord. So I'm gonna move it. The only reason I had the rabbits in here is because it was all in one. I could keep them in here in the wintertime under the big tarp. But when it's open like this in the front side, it floods out in this area. I'm gonna eventually move this chicken coop. I have a plan to move it somewhere else. But to try to remedy the problem, because I heard, from things I've researched on the internet, that a chicken ladder is healthy for your chickens. So I wanted to do a little longer video than a short. I usually don't post long videos, but this is all supported within itself. We had that big snowstorm here in Tennessee over the winter, and I used the greenhouse, and I did not put the supports on the inside. I didn't even realize it, and ended up with a chicken coop that I'm gonna have to salvage the chicken wire off of it and use it for a different run. But for now, this is what I got. And the girls are laying pretty good. There's some down in that little thing that I was using for Ducker's place for him to go lay down, but the girls apparently just love laying eggs in there. They're all out running around right now, but this is just primitive ingenuity, man. I'm telling you. Just using materials that have trees that I've chopped down out here on the property and just trying to utilize everything I can, every scrap piece of wire, paracord, anything I can to put stuff together. And really, chickens are just they're easy to keep as long as you have a virtually dry place to keep them and keep them warm at night. They will You will benefit from having chickens. They've been out all in this brush pile that we have chopped up out there when we cleared this area out for the chicken coop. And right at the beginning, when it started getting warm again out here, uh, there's a cat climbing on top of the tarp, and I don't know which one it was. When it started getting warm out here, the ticks started getting really bad. And it was a decision that had to be made to let the chickens out. I didn't want to let them out, but they're doing a really good job. The tick problems went down a little bit. Clean, do little bug control for us. And then they get a little nutrients. Hey, you going in there to lay an egg or what? Yep. I think look, she knows. She wants some privacy, I think. Let's get that cat. See that cat up there? I'm gonna get him. Get that cat. Get that cat. Yep. And another YouTuber, I think I actually follow this YouTuber that says to keep cats around your chicken coop. So I mean, we've rescued a few cats since we moved onto this property, and I haven't seen any rodent problem, any snakes, no bug infestations in here. Uh, I keep laying down straw as like a to help absorb some of the water, but also shield them from the water because if you build it up enough, it'll keep them dry. just keeps their feet out of the water. I want to try to keep their feet dry as much as possible because they can get bumblefoot and bacterial infections in their feet and stuff like that. Uh, I do recommend you deworm your chickens in the spring and in the fall. And you don't have to give them expensive dewormer. You could buy diatomaceous earth, and it could just be a little bit sprinkled into their food. Like when you fill one of these up, you take maybe, I would say, 1/4 of a cup for that whole big thing right there. And that just, it might take them a little bit longer to eat that food because they can definitely taste it. If you put too much in it, they will let you know. But yeah, there's a flooding problem here. I got a couple New Zealand cross Californian rabbits in here that I got from a buddy of mine, and they haven't had any babies yet. I mean, I've kept them together actually in this little chicken coop. Hey guys, that's Philip and Elizabeth. They're beautiful. Yep. Okay, watch out, honey. I'm gonna shut the door. Yep, it's a mess in there. Then the reason why I want to move them out of here is because I want to move them closer to the cabin in case they have babies, because I've had bad luck with baby rabbits in the past. Uh, One instance was it got really hot. Flies are a bad problem for baby rabbits because they don't have fur. So, but yeah, let me give you another view of this chicken lantern. I think I'm gonna start doing these long form videos on Sundays. It's like if you have any questions about this chicken ladder, this was a fairly simple project. It probably by myself, just messing around. I think less than 2 hours by myself. That's just with cutting the wood with the battery, cutting the branches with the battery operated chainsaw, and I already had some kind of perch set up in here the way I wanted it, and now they got more room. They got more places to perch, and I'm working on the nesting boxes here, which are just crates with hay in it. And I like to keep my nesting boxes way up off the ground because like I noticed in this, since this was only set up for the duck to get in at night and lay down, they lay in there, so they keep going back in and out of there, and it gets the eggs muddy and dirty, and I don't like that. That's why I keep them up high in those baskets there, to keep the eggs dry and cleaner. So that way there's less, like I can just stick them in an egg carton and set them on the counter and use them when I need them. And they're good for I mean, I've ate a 3-month-old egg on the counter in the wintertime, though. It was cold outside. But as long as you keep your eggs at a cool temperature, they could last up to 90 days on the counter. But that's just an extra one. I eventually wanted to try to get them up in certain places around the chicken ladder to get it up off the ground. You're going to have to get off that tarp because you're going to poke holes in it and it's going to rain in here. Talking to that cat again. I wonder which one it is. We'll come around here and look. Ugh. Hey, cat. Oh, it's, who is that? I can't see that guy. It's one of my orange tabby cats. It's Bubba J. Bubba J. Alright, see where it's flooding out here in the front? It's not that great. But anyway, I'm going to start doing these long form videos on Sundays. I mean, I know a little bit about solar too. 12-volt systems. That's what I got hooked up in my cabin right now. You probably hear hear the generator in the background. A lot of the times when the generator's running is because it's cloudy days and our batteries don't get charged up as much, and we like the luxury of having power out here, even though it's off grid. No power, no water. We haul our own water in, which is kind of a hassle at times, but to live the lifestyle that you want to live in freedom, in a country that you pay taxes and vote for, you can do whatever you want as long as you're not breaking any laws, man. It's freedom. But yep, chicken ladder. It's healthy for your chickens. Uh, they're real easy to make. I've seen people make them out of 2x4s, uh, curtain rod, or like closet curtain rods. I've seen all kinds of little chicken ladders made. Uh, but I like the natural branch idea because out here they have found spots to perch on the branches, and I think it's more healthier for their feet. And it also gives them something to peck at because they can peck the bark off and get like bugs that are, you know, something to entertain them while they're in the coop at night. Because you got to be a night owl. But looked like they had already started pecking that part off there. But yeah, just as long as they're strong. I mean, pine works pretty good, and pine, it secretes like resins and saps, so uh, it's gonna last a long time. And then, even if any of these mess up or break off, or something happens, they start rotting away, you could always just replace a branch if one of them break. Super easy. Just find a branch in your yard, brown perch size, and yeah, the chicken ladder. And it's all supported by this greenhouse frame. It's it's really sturdy, and even in the wind, man, I've seen the wind blow this thing, and it's not bad. I'm gonna do something better. It's gonna be better. The hen house is gonna be 10 times better after it starts warming up and drying up more. I can get this run moved over to where the permanent coop's gonna be. The chicken ladder. All right, well, thanks for listening to my video. I'm going to get back to doing chores here. I got other animals to take care of. It's never a dull moment when you're living on the homestead. Have a good day, y'all.